This is the Halftime Show with Omar Al-Duri on Pulse 95.
Salam and welcome to the Halftime Show on Pulse 95 Radio today. Coming up on the show today, Luton's finest, Jordan the Wanderer Reynolds, is going to be on the show today on Pulse 95 Radio. Super busy coming off his fight. Plenty he's doing in the UAE. We're finding out about him, what motivates him, what's getting him ready, and also what's in store for him, not just in the near future, but also in the long term. Here on Pulse 95 Radio, you won't want to miss this. Stay tuned for more on the only place to be at 3, the Halftime Show on Pulse 95.
This is the Halftime Show with Omar Al-Duri on Pulse 95.
Salam and welcome to the Halftime Show on Pulse 95 Radio, the first English-speaking show on health and fitness and sport in Sharjah. And who better than to have on the show today, Jordan the Wanderer Reynolds. Jordan, welcome to the show, my man.
Thanks for having me, mate. I'm glad we made it happen. I know we're both been a bit busy, haven't we? So it's great to be here.
Oh man, it's great to have you here. Now you've been a busy guy lately, man. What has been happening? Because you've come back now. I just said to you off air, you're looking fresh, man. It didn't look like you just came out of a fight.
Yeah, 10 round of fight, title eliminator, 2 weeks ago. Bit of a short notice, 10 rounds. I was actually in Dubai when you saw me. That's when I got the phone call. Says when I boxed a 10 round of title eliminator fight in 6 weeks, I thought, you know what? Sometimes you got to roll the dice in life, risk for reward. You're either good enough or you're not. So listen, we took it. We got the win. No marks. We come out all right, mate, and we're back out in December.
Brilliant. So is that the next plan now? What's happening next for you now? Because there's a lot going on right now.
It's crazy, yeah. So the plan is now, after that, I knew if I win this, right, I had to take the fight, all the doors open. So I mean, I've been having, phone calls from Sky Sports, which is a big platform. They want me to fight on their platforms. I'm hearing about DAZN, Matchroom. I've had phone calls for me to go up a weight to fight for a title. So it's all happening, but I've got a plan. I need to stick to my plan. Don't be used and abused by anyone. Have one, my goals and my vision. And yeah, so the plan is December the 9th, we fight an 8-rounder. And then we're fighting, I want to be fighting Brad Pauls. He just won the English title. I want to be fighting him on a big TV platform, on a big stage, back on a big stage in March. And it's a fan-friendly fight. Give the people pay their hard-earned money to watch boxing. So we want to entertain, and it's going to be a great fight. And I look forward to taking that one with me.
As all this, and you mentioned it now, just doing things the right way and sticking to the plan. How long has it taken you to kind of put that plan into place? Because it seems like it's all happening really fast, even though you've been in it for a very long time.
Yeah, like listen, I was an amateur, elite amateur. Over 100 fights, Olympic team GB, won everything as an amateur. So it's all part of the process. It's all been like building and like all the training from the sacrifices and the amateur pedigree I had before then, all them years. It's all kind of paying off now. The work's been put in. So this is I just got to keep chipping away, keep turning up each day. But it's not been easy. Do you know what I mean? You do get sidetracked in life in general when you got a plan. It's never a straight road, So sometimes with injuries and niggles and things don't go to plan. You just got adapt, evolve, and push forward. Listen, if you've got a vision and a plan, you always get there. You just got to sometimes suck things up, build character, and take no for an answer. Because I've had the door slammed in my face plenty of times in my career and in my life, but we always find a way, and that way is always just turning up and just biting down like a gum shield and pushing forward and taking no for an answer. So yeah, it's not easy, mate. It's not been easy, but yeah, we're all right. Listen, life's good. Do you know what I mean? It could be a lot different.
Absolutely, and it's not just the pride of Luton right now. It's the pride of GB, man. It's the pride of UK. You're doing a lot of things the proper way. How has that been to stay focused on what you do rather than all the noise that's happening around you?
Yeah, like I see. Yeah, it's definitely easy to get distracted, and a lot of people, especially. Look, I'm still young, and ego. Sometimes people get too much ego, and they hear the noise. They hear the noise, and this build up a false confidence and a false sense of themselves. And as soon as they start boxing someone half decent, then they're getting knocked out because they haven't really took the camp serious. They believe the hype. You got to stay grounded. I believe you've got to surround yourself with good-hearted, good, strong, solid people who want the best for you. There's a lot of sharks in this game, in boxing and in business and whatnot. They want a quick pound note, so you've got to surround yourself with good people. And I've managed to. I've just got a great team, mate. Listen, it took me a while to find, the right people, but all the bad stuff that's happened to me, I would never change anything. Even though I probably should be a little bit further than I should be now, I would never change anything because I'm in a good place. I'm where I'm supposed to be now, and no, I'm building a great following over in Dubai as well. Do you know what I mean? We've got good people over here. I'm very well looked after here, and I hope to maybe one day do something with the boxing here. Do you know what I mean? In the Middle East, it's gonna the Middle East is looking very mate, it's gonna be some big nights in the boxing game for in Dubai. I believe in the Middle East for sure.
Talk to me about your team right now, because you seem in a good headspace right now, and I know that's a big part of what you do. What adjustments have you made to your team to kind of really find the right balance?
Do you know what? I eventually, as bad as it sounds, I kind of got rid of the dead wood and kept just made my team more. I've cut people down, kept it, more solid, more close to home, best friends, close family, and a small boxing team, and that's all I need. I was getting a bit of advice left, right, and centre. Too many people jumping in, with their opinions in my life and in my career, and I just thought, you know what, you all got to be in your team. You all got to be singing off the same hymn sheet, as I would say. Do you know what I mean? And have that plan, and have that focus, and we've all got the plan. Like I said, because after that fight, I had this fight, a fight for Sky Sports 2 weeks later, and I had this other fight way above, and I was in a week excited. And before, people were like, yeah, take that, and I would have just took that, but they're just using me because I can sell tickets and I can fight and things like that. I entertain. I was just getting used, so my team said, no, Jordan, stick to the plan, relax. We've got a plan. Don't get used. Don't. We've got a plan, and anything can happen in these fights. Like it could be a clash of heads, cuts, injuries. So I've just got to keep looking after myself and look after me. Number one, you've got to be a bit selfish in this game. Yeah.
Brilliant. Listen, guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, more from Jordan, the Wonder Reynolds on Pulse 95 Radio.
This is the Halftime Show with Omar Al-Duri on Pulse 95.
Salam and welcome back to the Halftime Show on Pulse 95 Radio. Now, if you're kicking yourself for missing the show, don't worry. You can catch all of our podcasts on Apple, Spotify, SoundCloud, or if you prefer a visual and want to see the man himself, Jordan Reynolds, head over to our YouTube channel, Pulse 95 Radio, and he is there. If this show is anything to go by after that first segment, Jordan, you were on fire on that first segment. Some wicked sound bites there. I want to strip this back a bit and go further back when it all started for you. When did it start for you? Because what people don't know is you've been doing this for a very long time. And now, like you said, the fruitions are coming to the surface. But when did it all start for you?
Do you know what? Listen, say I've done it for a long time. I started boxing late. I had my first fight at 16 years old. A lot of people box when they're 8, 7, 8, 9. So I knew I had to put the work in hard. And from my, where I'm from, I come from a rough area, hard upbringing, a lot of influence, a lot of things I should not have seen and things like that. So I kind of had to be the man of the house early. It made me more hungry, more determined to do something and to get out where I was from. So, like I said, I'm grateful for the hard times that made me who I am. I'm really grateful. I'll never change anything. It's made me who I am as a character, as a person, how to look after people, how to treat people, morals and respect. So, but yeah, it's been 10, 12 years of hard graft from, not getting anywhere. One step, so I break through, and then a bomb, a big injury, and things like that. It's just total resilience you need, and commitment and belief in yourself. That's just got me. But it's mainly this year. It's the last year and a half. It's really started to really kickstart now. Really kickstart, and that's 10 to 12 years of hard graft, hard work, and believing in myself, believing in where I'm going to be.
Yeah.
So
You know what, Jordan, when I was doing some research, one of the things I come across, and especially even in speaking to you, and you seem very grounded. I know that's kind of hard to link those two together when it comes down to a modern day athlete, right? But one of the things that I went back to was March 2020. You left the GB squad, COVID hit, and then you had some setbacks, obviously, and
yeah,
lockdown happened, yeah. And then you were delivering healthy food to the community. Is that right?
yeah, man. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, like I just listen. I never I believe just never forget where you come from. Do you know what I mean? And I love the people. I love like when you come from it. Yeah, like we come from the manor. Yeah, when you come from it, we do ducking and diving. We do what we need to do. But like the love you have for each other, it never goes. Do you know what I mean? And with all this stuff happening and whatnot, I thought, do you know what? Let's just I thought it's just because people struggle around my area. People struggle, so I thought let's just deliver loads of food. Let's just deliver food, and once a week, twice a week, it was getting a bit crazy. And I thought, all right, so the people who where I'm from, we deliver for free. And then I thought, what? COVID, nothing else to do. We're training and that. Let's start a little business up. So all the community were getting free food, and then I was just done a little business just outside, my town, and it was fine, smashing it. It's only two
Mm.
days a week, but great little earner. Keep me busy, and yeah, I like being busy. I like working. I like putting the graft in. So I'm always up to something. But yeah, I think it's important to, like you said, stay grounded, stay humble, and stay hungry.
Mm. I need to ask you this question before we take a quick break. If I'm if I'm where from you're from and you're delivering food, man, that must be the best meal.
You know what, mate? You know what, I had, wasn't just me cooking, by the way. I was just, you know what I was doing? I was doing delivering. I thought I'd deliver out and see people, meet people. But
Yeah.
if I was cooking it, I think I'd be giving people food poisoning. And my reputation would have been very good, if I'm honest with you. So,
You're not a whiz
yeah.
in the kitchen.
Nah, I'm all right, mate. The basics, you know what I mean? To be honest with you, I wouldn't trust myself with I'd do it. I
Baked
wouldn't do
beans
it to
and
the
toast.
people. Yeah, maybe, yeah, that's it. Maybe that's it. That's where we come from, mate.
Love that.
Crisp sandwich.
Love that. Love that. Let's take a quick break. And once we get back, more from the man himself, Jordan, on Pulse 95 Radio.
This is the halftime show with Omar Al Duri on Pulse 95.
Salam and welcome back to the halftime show on Pulse 95 Radio. Remember, you can catch every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, 3 to 4 UAE time. The man himself, Jordan the Wanderer Reynolds, is on the show today, man. And we made it happen. And already loving the fact he's taken time out of his busy schedule to meet us here. Jordan, earlier we were talking about staying focused, staying grounded, staying humble. How do you reset? How do you get yourself back on track whenever you need to?
So, mate, I'm never out of it. Never out of it. I never have this switch off. Like I find it so hard to switch off. Like I'm constantly on it, mate. Like as soon as I'm up, you know what? Saying that, I wake up, I have an hour to myself, doing whatever it is. Like, so I don't believe in having a phone, scrolling, comparing yourself to social media, and all this mad influence stuff. I'm not for it. But what I do is I wake up an hour. I wake up, I have an hour to myself, whether that's reading a book, having a little look, having a little nose on the social media, a bit of motivational videos or whatever it is, doing a bit of research, and then it's just practice your craft, mate. And I'm always in the hustle mode. I don't stop. Whether it's as soon as I'm up and as soon as I go to bed, it's not, and that's not like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. It's until I'm laying in bed and everything's done. If something, I don't switch off until everything's done, and then we go again every day. And that's why I think things are happening so fast. So and doors are opening, and because I'm just boom speed, boom boom boom, constant boom boom. I'm not a tomorrow person. I'm not a tomorrow person. If it can be done now, I'll do it now. So yeah, I'm just on it constant, mate. And people are like, mate, why don't you switch off? Can't you switch off? I enjoy what I do. I love working. I love hustling. And yeah, so
So,
yeah, I enjoy
so
it.
asking you that now, what's on your playlist now? What gets you in the mood when you're training?
Oh, mate, do you know what? All right, I'll go through some mad phases, but it can go from country music
Okay.
to old school 50s to the modern day rap music, where I come from, UK rap,
Yeah.
Morrison, Pot Paper, all that kind of stuff. So all this and it all just goes by how I feel, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I'm wired anyway, mate. I'm wired, mate. I'm one of them like I'm wired, mate. I'm different. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I don't need to I don't need to have 10 people around me to
Mm.
be all like this. I'm bubbly. I'm happy. I'm energized
Mhm.
by myself. I enjoy being alone in my own thoughts. So yeah.
Yeah. I've seen you training at the British Boxing Club, and I've seen you in your zone as well, and you are spot on. What I also would like to see one day is you're in the zone, and then you play country music and just stay in the zone, and everyone be like, "What's he playing?"
Okay, no. I never have a sing song, mate. No, I do, mate. Listen, because people think like it's just like a slow song, but there's always
Yeah.
with country music, right? There's always a story. That's why I
Yeah.
like it. The stories
Yeah.
are real, whereas like from hard times to like from the drink
Mm.
and bad times, especially in the UK, you
Mm.
relate. You think, whoa, do you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, man, it's the
Tough
stories,
guy.
mate. It's stories.
And what about like movies or documentaries? Obviously, I know from where you're from and the experiences that you've had, and recently the Ricky Hatton documentary came out as well, which had a lot of people thinking.
I haven't seen that yet. I need to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
But
it's big, honestly. Like when I watched it the other day, and I was thinking, again, I kind of follow this story from back in the day, so seeing it come to the surface now, it made a lot of people not just appreciate a boxer's life more, but also have more empathy towards people, because that's what you guys are. You guys are people first, but a lot of people just see you as athletes or, brutal, like
mate, we're
monsters.
modern day gladiators, man. That's what we are.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all we are. That's all we are. We're just modern day gladiators. And yeah, man. Listen, being an athlete, being a boxer is hard. It's hard. It's hard on your family's life. It's hard on your friends. It's hard. You know, if you're not mentally cut for it, mate, you won't last in it. It's in boxing. It's the 1%.
Mm,
You got to be listen. You got to be a man to be a boxer, man. You want to get punched in the head for a living. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So like, it's a mad game, and it's not just that. Like I said, it's 24 hours.
Mm,
Whether it's you're training, yeah, twice, 3 times a day. Then you got to be disciplined. You can't be going out. You can't be having the late nights. You can't be got to go to bed early. You got to be on a diet.
mm.
It's 24 hours. So yeah, so I think that's why I like probably working in all sorts of things really, because I guess that's probably my switch off of boxing is because I have this thing going on and I have this thing going on and I'm here and I'm there, I'm everywhere. Do you know what I mean? So
Mm.
and I'm a madman.
Are you are you watching anything at the moment or following like any coaches at the moment that keep you motivated or anything like that?
Nah, do you know what? I don't, and I might sound a bit rude or whatnot, but I've always believed, and I know from my personal experience, day to day, yeah, that motivation is not real. Motivation is real. That's not. It might last a week or two, but it's true discipline. Yeah, it's true discipline that's going to get you to the gym. It's going to get you to where you want to get to. Because you got to do things, no matter how you feel and where you are and what's going on in your mind or your body. You have to turn up. We turn up. We turn up day to day. And don't get me wrong. Say I wake up at 5 a.m. and I've got to run at 7. It comes 7 o'clock. And sometimes I don't run till 7:45 because I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, I'm procrastinating. And I'm thinking, oh, mate, this going to be a killer. But you do it anyway. You do it. You have to do it. So I think don't ever count on motivation because it's, you know, you can be motivated for a month or two, but it's true discipline that's going to get you where you want to be and to turn up when you don't want to turn up. So I always count on discipline. Discipline equals freedom.
You see, if I could drop this mic, I would, but it costs a lot. Brilliant. We'll take a break. We got one more segment coming up straight after this.
This is the halftime show with Omar Al Duri on Pulse 95.
Salam and welcome back to the halftime show on Pulse 95 Radio with your boy Omar Al Duri and Jordan Reynolds, the wonder himself here. What a show it's been so far. Man, before I let you go, because I know you're gonna go jump into another workout now, as you were saying earlier. Thank you for squeezing us in. Where can we follow you, man? And is anything coming up soon?
So you can follow me on Instagram, J Reynolds Boxing, Twitter Reynolds Boxing, or just Google Jordan Reynolds Boxing, and all the platforms will be there. Coming up, I'm back boxing in December the 9th, but you know, a lot of UAE people who are listening to this, we're trying to set up because I run an academy nationwide in the UK, and within a year, me and my partner, my co-director Jay Butler, mate, we've smashed it in the UK. We're working with 300 to 400 kids a week, strong, solid team, great trainers, world level, world class trainers. We want to bring this to the UAE because I've seen the benefits it does for the kids and students. We work from primary schools to middle schools to high schools to university students. So yeah, any contacts out there that would like us in, reach out to myself at jordanreynoldsboxing@gmail.com or give you a shout. And we want to make a difference, mate. And I do believe Dubai is going to be the next big place. It's going to be, it's popping. It take a while, take a couple of years, but I think long term, it's big things on the horizon, and it's good, and good people.
Top guy, man. I got to shout out Matty and Rochelle for connecting us. One of my favorite interviews of the year so far, and that's thanks to them. So top man. Thank you very much for that.
Matt is a legend. He keeps trying to ring me, interrupting this interview. So I'm gonna have to spar with him a few rounds in a minute. I want to see him in a minute.
Okay, brilliant. Take care, man. Stay blessed. Again, thank you again for your time. Wishing you all the best. And you have another supporter and a fan from me and the whole of Sharjah right behind you, my man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Legend.